Now, we'll be talking about digitalization in general, covering all fields from additive manufacturing over to pharmaceutical, food and beverage, but also we'll be talking about process industries, process automation, and this is also what our next presentation is all about. We'll be speaking about SIMATIC PCS 7, version 9.0, and we'll be showing you how to make room for new perspectives in process automation. And our next expert will try to break it down by bringing digitalization down to the field and new hardware solutions with benefits for the customer in terms of space and flexibility. As you see, I'm the layman, he's the expert, so let's give him a big round of applause. Here is Manuel Kedlich.
Thank you very much for the kind introduction. Yeah, welcome also from my side on the Siemens booth here in Hanover. I would like to talk about SIMATIC PCS 7 version 9 and how we can create room for new perspectives in process automation. When starting to talk about challenges in the process automation, that's where we have to start at the very beginning. So one topic is plant availability, because only the time when the plant is up and running, it is able to generate money and value for us or for our customers. And another topic, if you consider lifetimes of up to 30 years of an industrial plant, you have to consider that the investment is really huge. And at the beginning, I have to define how the plant is looking like. And then over the 30 years of lifetime, you have to continuously modernize your plant. You have to extend it, maybe reduce it. So you need a lot of flexibility to run your plant over 30 years. And how can we overcome those challenges? Big wonder, we are talking about digitalization in here. That means digitalization can be the answer to overcoming the challenges of operating the plant over 30 years or even more. But what do we mean with digitalization? I guess you all heard a lot of definitions and a lot of times the word digitalization. We are talking about digitalization down to the field. And therefore, we use the industrial Ethernet standard PROFINET. Because PROFINET is giving us the opportunity to communicate in real time, exchange the information. And what's really important for us is to generate highly flexible and scalable networking architectures and structures that we can use to exchange the data. And based on PROFINET, we're now talking about room for new perspectives because it gives us a lot of opportunities for modernizing and brownfield projects, which make around about 90% of our business. Yeah. Our new version, SIMATIC PCS 7.9, comes with three major topics. One is our new remote I/O SIMATIC ET 200 SPHA. Another one is our compact field unit that can be placed decentralized in the field directly. And for sure, as we are talking about a completely new version, we also have a lot of software functionalities that we enhanced. So, starting with some use cases on our new remote I/O SIMATIC ET 200 SPHA. First of all, as room is really one of the cost factors, we decided to make it much smaller. That means, in the end, if you have less width with the same potential, that you can integrate much more into one standard control cabinet. And we had the chance to increase from 12 modules in the pre-version to up to 65 modules behind one head-end station with the new version. And in the end, that means for us that we can realize up to 900 or even more, depending if you have a redundant or a single configuration of I/O modules in a standard cabinet, which is quite a lot. Means in the end for us, you need less control cabinets in general for the same power. As we have integrated terminal blocks, we do not need the MTA in the field, and also we can get rid of the distribution cabinets outside in the field. So we save a lot of space and cables. We had already our first projects where we were shifting from a standard installation to a PROFINET-based installation, and we were able to save 3/3 of the copper cables in the field. And you can imagine, in this case, it was 18 kilometers of copper cables, that this is really a lot of value that our customers do not have to spend. Besides the structure, we also have other possibilities due to PROFINET. For example, we call it change and run or online change. For example, we have one module, module 6 in this example, which has an error. We just put it out, put the new module in, and it's done. The error is fixed without the need to shut down the system, without the need to use some specific equipment because we have a push-in technology implemented. And yeah, due to the redundant PROFINET connection that you can see here, we have really the possibility to increase the availability of our plant significantly. And in the end, our customers benefit from that we did not have the downtimes. The risk of errors was really minimized. And yeah. Another example is the standardized control cabinet assembly, which can be done by the uniform terminal blocks that we have implemented in our new ET200 SPHA, and we have a fixed wiring. In the end, that means that we can standardize cabinets. Our customers do not have to do a factory acceptance test because we deliver it pre-configured. So they benefit from lower costs, faster troubleshooting in the case that an error is occurring. And just to sum it up, the benefits of the new SPHA is it's designed for the field use. That means we are not in the need to place it in a standard cabinet. We can put it down outside in the field because we can provide it in an environment with from -40 to 70 degrees and also in X zone 2. We have more connections, as I already mentioned, so we have more flexibility that we can deliver, and for sure, cost and time savings. Our second innovation is the compact field unit, with which we can realize a really new approach because we can get the digitalization really down into the field. That means we have this little box connected with a redundant PROFINET connection, and from this we have a Profibus PR connection down to the field level. This is important to know. We also have the temperature range of -40 to 70 degrees. We have, you can install it in X zone 2. And due to the PROFINET connection, we have fewer cables. And for example, we are much more flexible in a plant extension project because we do not need the space within the cabinet, as we can place this little nice box outside in the field. Yeah. So in the end, the effort for all the installation, commissioning, and testing is reduced to an absolutely minimum. Now let me give you a small example of how device integration can be executed based on PROFINET. For example, we have an error here in our field device, a flow meter in this example. We put it out, integrate a new field device, maybe from another supplier, doesn't make a difference. The device is initialized within the compact field unit, and the information is placed to the control system above. The only thing that you have to do is click a check mark and confirm that this is the right flow meter that you want to initialize. That's it. It's nearly as simple as if you are exchanging a printer or a mouse with your computer. So the benefit is for sure that we have an automatic addressing of the Profibus PR-based devices, and we save with this approach roundabout, it's quite a lot, because in the past we had to fulfill several steps, make the assignment, make the connections, which takes you 30 minutes roundabout, and now it's roughly done in less than 1 minute. And we call it plug and produce. It's like play and produce, common wording. The benefits are for sure much more flexibility because we can go with a decentralized approach. We have enormous time savings and cost savings because we need much less space. When talking about the software highlights that I already mentioned, is we have on the one hand side our new SIMATIC PDM version 9.1, which is based also on PROFINET. and also integrates mobile devices. And it's a solution that you can use for the parametration and integration of field devices. So it works very smoothly together with our new compact field unit. Another topic is our SIMATIC batch. SIMATIC batch is important for pharmaceutical or food and beverage industries. And now we can import the recipes and make the engineering of the equipment modules in a separate way. In the past, it was only one joint approach, and now you have more flexibility because you can do it as you like it, so to say. With our new maintenance station, we have a much detailed integration of data from the field operator to the control room through the DCS system, and data consistency is always something that is really important in our industry. And last but not least, with our new SIMATIC management console, we are able to load the configuration of the plant into our customer support database and give you examples of how you can run your plant much more efficient, use other equipments, or just work much more efficient with it. The software benefits are that we have less workload for the user. This is something really important, so it's more value adding with the task he's doing. We have less error potential. We have the real-time data available. And the documentation is always up to date, which is really important. For example, if some legal authorities like the TÜV come and ask for the documentation, so you can just put it out and do not have to search for it within your archives. So, especially taking into consideration the opportunities that we have with our decentralized approach, with the PROFINET-based new hardware, we can say we have room really created and gained for our customers and enable new perspectives with the decentralized approach in the process industry. And just to sum it up, at a glance, we have a much higher flexibility. We have the PROFINET usage in regard of communication. We have space savings. We have cost savings. And in the end, a higher profitability for our customer. Yeah, that's it at a glance. Thank you very much for your time, and have a nice day at the Hanover Fair. Thank you.
All right, Manuel Kegenisch, ladies and gentlemen.